Erasmus Plus.
Hello everyone and welcome to Nomai TV. Today on this special edition we'll be taking you around the world. First to Aldaya, Spain, where we'll know more about the Fallas Festival. Then to Madeira and the Lorisilva Forest, to Tahiti to know more about Mana, to Italy and their porticos, and finally to Reunion Island, celebrating the 12th commemoration of the enlistment of Maloya as World Intangible Heritage.
Can you hear this noise? You may believe that some people are having a belated New Year celebration in the middle of March. What's more, in daytime. But actually, Spaniards have another explanation. Let's meet Aitana from Salvador Gadea High School in Aldaya, province of Valencia. She's gonna tell us more about these petardos.
Hola, Lu.
Hi Aitana, thanks for welcoming my TV.
Oh, thanks. Do you want some horchata con fartons?
I'd rather have them after the interview if you don't mind. As we say, after effort come comfort.
Oh, okay, alright then. So, let's begin this Fallas talk before the next mascleta begins.
Mascleta? What's that?
Oh, you probably heard them on the way here. It's a festival of firecrackers at 2 p.m. and other times of the day from the beginning of March until the 19th. During mascleta, time freezes while family come together and celebrate this ephemeral life. And in the background noise, there are some charangas music. That's so cool. I'm gonna show some pictures. Look.
Wow, impressive! And tell me, what about these gigantic, colorful statues that are invading the city?
Oh, these are called fallas. They are artistically built all along the year, and then they are erected on the 15th of March so as to be admired and watched and prized during 3 or 4 days. This is called le planta, and then they're going to be burnt on the 19th of March.
Oh no, what a pity. Ephemeral is the word. After so much work, everything disappears.
Well, that's the main idea of the fallas, you know. They usually depict social criticism. We burn the past to begin again, to make a fresh start, you know. And all of this in a spirit of spring solstice, you know. Mm-hmm. But we also have a heart. So we save some figurines, also known as ninots, which are going to be saved from the fire and kept in a museum so as to honor them.
Yeah, that's relieving. And tell me, Aitana, what are you wearing? Your look is very nice.
Oh, this is nothing, Lou. Falleras and falleros looks are so special. Huh? Look, this is another very movie moment during Fallas time. Mm-hmm. This is called the ofrenda. Each Fallas association goes in a procession till Plaza de la Virgen or Madonna Square. And there, each fallera offers a bunch of flowers so as to form a cape for the Madonna. And at the beginning, the celebration is kind of funny, as you can see. And then the group forms for the celebration, the ceremony with the banner at the front. And then the family, the couples, the kids. And then there is the fallera mayor, which is kind of an ambassador chosen each year so as to represent each fire association. And then you got the best part, it's the music band. It's so cool.
Thank you so much, Aitana. What a unique celebration, so rooted in tradition and life cycle.
Oh, yeah. So how about a toast with horchata to celebrate the fallas?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. To fallas.
Fallas. And now, let's contact our Nomai correspondent who are interviewing tourists in the fire frenzy.
Hi Lou, hi Aitana. It's a pleasure to see you. I'm here with Lotta and Julius from Finland on an Erasmus Plus project. Hi Julius.
Hi, we're very glad to be here.
So, we had the chance to attend the mascletas What did you think about it?
The firecrackers concert was something that I'm not fan about, but I got used to that very fast, and finally it was very cool and fun.
Oh, thank you guys. So let's join my correspondent Ilana. Hi Ilana, can you hear us?
Yes, hi there. Here I am with Alessandra from Italy and Timaneva from Tahiti on the same Erasmus Plus project. Alessandra, tell me, how have you been doing since the last Masleta?
Hello, Ilana. I've been doing well, thank you. During this fires period, we party for something like 2 weeks, and I think it's great, but especially Valencians were really nice.
Yeah, you're right. So, what do you think of Valencian traditions?
Well, of course I like Valencian traditions. Despite everything, I found that the mascleta
Yes.
is a little strange because it sounds like bombs, but otherwise it's really cool.
Timaneva, you know a lot of people were surprised by the Mascleta. Were you?
Obviously, I was a fan of firecrackers, but especially of noise. But it's a sensational experience.
Yes.
At the end of the Mascleta, we had the opportunity to attend fanfare parades, and it was beautiful. And I had so much fun.
Hi Ilana, I'm joining you with Katarina from Madeira Island. And Katarina, we wanted to ask you, how do you feel about Mascleta and the Fayas?
Hi everyone, I've been particularly struck by Mascleta, and I could sum up my experience in one word, which is genuine. For 5 to 8 minutes I've been screaming. I felt both nervous and excited. To wrap it all, I really love this experience and I truly admire the work it requires.
Thank you very much and thank you all. And see you in Madeira, guys.
See you.
Welcome! We wish you well in Madeira. Have fun to discover the diversity of the islands.
Plus!
I'm Alessia Tinarello from Italy, and today on this edition of Nomi TV, we will be taking you to Madeira Island. Madeira is known for its wine and its embroidery, but let's see what some of the locals have to say.
Yeah, you haven't tried poncha?
No.
You don't know what is poncha? Poncha
No.
is a typical drink from Madeira. Okay? You have the rum from sugarcane, then you mix with some juice and honey. That's poncha.
The weather is very nice and the people...
So Madeira gives us poncha, nice weather and friendly people, true?
Well, that's one way to put it, Alessia.
Oh, hi Francisco. So, what you can tell us about Madeira?
Well, most of the island is an exuberant garden of volcanic soil, and most people do come here for the natural beauty.
Our Laurusville forest once covered much of the southern Europe millions of years ago, but now there is only a few small pockets on islands of the Atlantic Ocean. Madeira has the largest of them. It has been classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Madeira Laurusville contains a unique set of plants and animals, including many endemic species. Water is a constant presence in this type of forest. It has about 85% humidity levels, producing abundant sources of water used for drinking, irrigation, and creating clean electricity for the whole island.
Oh yes, your forest. I think teacher Giorgio visited it. Let's hear him.
Did you like the Levada walk?
Yes, apart from the tunnel that was a little bit challenging, but that's okay.
It was tiring.
Yes, because I'm too tall for the tunnel. That was the problem.
Levada walk. What's a Levada walk?
Levadas are narrow water carriageways that date back to as far as the early 16th century. There is a network of hiking trails that follow the more than 2,000 kilometers of levadas crisscrossing Madeira's mountains. Many of the Levada walks go through the Laurusville forest, so you can combine the two experiences in one.
Wow, what an impressive forest do you have.
The Laurusville forest is essential to our life. We even eat it.
You eat it?
Well, sort of.
Madeirans use laurel leaves as seasoning for their food, and their typical dish, toda, involves spearing chunks of garlic and salt-flooded beef with a stick cut from laurel trees and then roasting it in an open flame.
Got it. Espetada is meat on a laurel skew. I guess I have to try that. I think we have time for our last question for teacher Giorgio.
Would you suggest to visit Madeira?
Oh, definitely, yes. Even to live here. Not only to visit, but to live.
Would you like to live here?
Yes, I would. But who knows in the future?
There you have it. Madeira is worth visiting. As for living in Madeira, who knows? Maybe that's it for now. Thank you for taking this time to discover something more about Madeira. I'm Alessia Tinarello for Nomai TV.
Wow, such an amazing place. Let's now introduce us to an island where humans have a deep connection with nature, Tahiti.
Tahiti is the biggest island from the French Polynesia, an overseas territory of France located in the Society Islands at the southwest of the Pacific Ocean. Tahiti is the biggest island from the archipelago. It has an 8 shape and is divided in 2 portions of land joined by the Tarabao Isthmus. Up the northeast of Tahiti, we have Tahiti Nui, or the Big Tahiti, and right under it, at the southeast, we have Tahiti Iti, or the Little Tahiti. Hi Angela, how are you feeling right now? I'm so excited because we're on our way to Tahiti.
I feel like you. I'm sure that this experience will be unforgettable to us.
So, what do you know about Tahiti's culture?
In Tahiti, there are 3 cultures mixed: European, Chinese, and Polynesian.
Really, Tahiti needs every culture because it's in the middle of so many places.
Yes, I agree with you. And what do you know about Temana?
I have no idea. Let's listen what Polynesian people think about Temana and what represents to them.
What is Temana? Temana is the power, the spirit, the royalty. For us, it's our strength. Where do you feel Temana? All around Polynesia, in fact.
It was really special. Did you like the sea? Because in Tahiti you can find the best sea in the world and the most beautiful nature too.
That is the reason why the Polynesian people bases their alimentation on fish, like in poisson cru.
Delicious. Let's listen what nature and flowers mean for a Polynesian and Italian Erasmus people.
It is important to know that Polynesians were polytheists, so we worshipped everything, trees, vegetation, stones, till Christianity arrived with the missionaries. So the Tahitian has a strong union with vegetation till nowadays. As you can see, in every place flowers are present. It's a way of talking with nature in Tahiti.
Flowers in Tahiti means as a dance joy. So they are colorful, they put color everywhere, so that's joy.
Obviously, Temana is not only expressed in the nature. Right now, we are going to listen what Polynesian people and our Finnish mate Julius think about it.
I love this culture of smiling and welcoming. I usually smile always. It allows to change perhaps the day of someone you encounter.
It's really important for them to express themselves as really positive people, and they wanna express that the tradition and the tribe is really strongly deep.
It was so inspiring. Do you remember our special dances? Let's see a small part.
We express Temana through dance and through what we call orero also. They are speeches in Polynesian, in any Polynesian language.
The Tahitian dance is a joy in life, so you have to practice that maybe all
Like sea and dances, tattoos are so typical from Tahiti too. Let's listen the difference between Tahiti and other places like Reunion Island.
Why tattoos are part of Tahitian culture and of this temana that is in your identity, because it's part of our culture, and we write in our skin, we tell a bit of our story.
I would tend to think that tattoos for Tahitians is kind of important because it means a lot of things, like it always has a signification, and it makes you pass from the younger age to the adult. Yes, in Iranian we have tattoos, but it doesn't have the same meanings. It's not about meaningfully. I think it's about beauty in Iranian, and here it's about beauty but also meaningfully, like a family or nature or Tahiti.
What about Marae, the typical and sacred Polynesian temple? 3 people will now talk us about Marae and tikis.
The king decided to rename this mare the Mare Arahurahu because Arahu means cold.
For me, when I think about Mare, I think about my ancestors, very distant, and also it's a sacred place, a place that deserves respect. So a tiki in a mare, it has been placed there. Most of them are guardians, yes, to take care, to protect people.
Amare for Tahitians, it means a lot because it's related to the history of the culture, and besides history, it's religious, and it has some spirituality related to it. And they were talking about warriors that were there and the spirits, and I think it's important because important to think that it's unique for them. Because you don't see a lot of that in different cultures. It's very unique here, and I think it's good to have a different culture than the others, just like Tahitians have, and that place shows that.
So far we have dealt with the beauty of Tahitian nature. We will focus our attention on how incredible Italy is.
Hi, I'm Julia, and on this edition of Denomi TV, we'll be taking you to Bologna. You know, guys, Bologna, the town of the talking stones. Each little piece of brick tells us about a great past, a dynamic present and a bright future.
Yes, indeed. And do you know the 3 nicknames of Bologna? The red, the fat and the learned. If you agree, I'll explain to you their meaning.
No need to explain the fat. The food here is so delicious that we'll get fat in less than a week.
You're perfectly right, Julia, but please don't ask about the spaghetti bolognese. They simply don't exist here. You have to try some real bolognese sauce on a good lasagna or tagliatelle dish.
Okay, understood. But why the reds? I don't see many red-headed people here.
Oh, no, it's not a matter of fear. Take a look around you. Do you see the color of the stones, the monuments, the roofs? It is red brick, typical of the buildings of our city.
Oh, okay. I haven't noticed before, but this is a warm and welcome color. But now I know why Bologna is called the Learn. I've studied. Bologna has got the most ancient university in the world and also had great personalities teaching there. Laura Bassa, for instance, has got the best, for instance, the patron of your school. She has got the first female to have a doctorate in science and the first female teacher teaching in a university.
Well done. What's more, besides being the oldest university in the world, it was also a Universitas Studentium. I mean that it was the students to choose their teachers, and if they were not up to their job, students fired them.
Oh, great! How nice it could be if you do that today.
Yeah, but watch out. They could do it because they were the ones who paid the teachers, and they paid them a lot. Laura Bassi was the highest paid employee of the university at her time. The students were rich, they came from noble families. Do you see those coat of arms?
And they were coming from all over Europe, so they had to find an accommodation. And what did Bolognese do? They built outside rooms in their houses, and to hold them up they reinforced them with wooden columns. And that's how the arcades, which Bologna is full of, were created.
Unbelievable. You mean that it's marvelous UNESCO World Heritage Site actually started out as a matter of rent?
In a way, yes, but also for other reasons. For instance, this is the longest arcade in the world, 666 arches without interruption, all the way to the sanctuary of the Holy Virgin of San Luca. It allows you to climb to the top of the Colle della Guardia undercover. Brilliant, isn't it?
Well, you Bolognese really know more than the devil. There's really no risk of getting wet when it rains.
Talking about the devil, actually I could tell you, but it's getting late, so let the stones talk to us again, but another time.
What a pity, I would have listened to the story of the talking stones for hours. Dear Nomi TV viewer, back to the studio for the next news reports. I'm Julia for Nomi TV.
Now that we've talked about the Bolognese porticos, we'll see our Reunion Island celebrate the 12th commemoration of the enlistment of Maloja as World Intangible Heritage.
Hi everyone, welcome to you. It's such a pleasure to be with you. Today is the 12th anniversary of Maloja as a World Heritage, so let's discover Reunion Island's and its culture.
Instruments Maloja and Morang.
Can you hear that? And you guys too? Yes, I think so. Instruments!
Hey, I am Mr. Instrument Maker.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My job is to make instruments. That's why you need to be artful and crafty.
Mr. Instruments Maker, what is that?
This is a kayamb.
Way!
This is a djembe. Bowler. Piquet. Couler.
Coiffé, comment il est?
Lila! Morang is a traditional dance of Reunion Island and it was introduced by slaves. It encompasses fighting, dancing, acrobatic music, and slave turn it into a dance so as to not be caught and punished by the masters, but also in case they needed to flee. Who wants to try Morang?
To make a long story short, I hopped through this report words you managed to travel over all these wonderful places. Thank you all for listening, and see you next time for a new No My TV report.
No My Erasmus